Harry, this is Lord Potato, and this is, well, what if Luffy was the reincarnation of Kakashi Hatake and Gojo Satoru, part, 5. Yeah, part 5. Now, what's it called? I've been trying to do, like, 2 what ifs at, like, a day and all that, but it's mostly me having to rewatch, like, different parts of different what ifs. And it takes a little too long, so of course, and also my Wi-Fi is so shit that it takes even further long that I can't do 2 what ifs a day. And yeah. But other than that, this is, well, yeah, so it's part 5. And I'm thinking of doing something about what's it called? Something between what if actually never mind. So, what's it called? What am I talking about? Sorry, it's kind of dark, and I was falling asleep when I was actually kind of rewatching part 4 of this. But yeah, now no recaps because it's been 4 weeks, and yeah, I don't recap that much. But yeah, let me go into the what if now. Or first, go subscribe to Iconic What Ifs, Anime Sensei, Obito What Ifs, and yeah, links will be in the description. But yeah. Now, let me go back into the beginning. Not beginning. Into the what if now. So, we go into, well, Luffy and the others going towards, well, the Revolution Army. When they get there, they kind of came across where they would have been at, but it's mostly the old man still digging and trying to find water and all that. And of course, it's where, well, they are kind of saddened. Vivi is actually saddened. Luffy actually helps the old man, like original canon, to dig water. But of course, he uses what's called, well, red to blast through and find like a water. And water does gush out, and yeah. Of course, this is where the old man is so happy and is thankful for Luffy's powers. This is where Luffy says, no mention it, old man. But yeah, just like how original canon calls him old man. Of course, this is where both, what's it called? Not both. This is where they're going to, well, the Rainbase. Of course, this is where Phoebe is kind of sad. Well, I think she was sad. Okay, I can't remember when she was sad and all that, and she started screaming. Of course, she started, well, Luffy kind of sat down. And of course, Phoebe says, "What are you doing, Luffy?" This is where Luffy kind of does like a original canon. And of course, this is where, well, Phoebe kind of cries, and of course, well, Luffy doesn't punch her, okay? Luffy doesn't do that. Luffy just kind of smacks in the head, like karate chops her in the head. And of course, she kind of says, "Ow." This is where Luffy says, "We're friends, aren't we?" This is where, well, Vivi nods, but of course thinks of something else. Something more embarrassing that she kind of didn't want to think. But yeah, she kind of went flustered for a little bit until she says, "Yeah, we're friends." And Luffy kind of says, "Then, if we're friends, then let us help you." This is where, well, Phoebe kind of nods and yeah. Of course, when they get to Rainbase, this is where Luffy and the others have a plan and all that. Luffy is wanting to just blast through, but nah. So, of course, this is where, well, they still kind of go into Rainbase like Counter Cannon and still get captured by, well, somehow falling into a trap while Smoker was trying to follow them. And yeah, this is where they end up in the, what's it called, Sea Stone Cage. This is where Crocodile says, "I see. So you're the blindfold pirates. Now I know why they call you the blindfold pirates. Your captain's blind." Luffy says, "The hell? I'm sorry, Scarface, but do I look blind to you?" This is where Crocodile says, "Huh? Scarface? My name is Crocodile, you little brat." This is where Luffy says, "Scarface, Crocodile, same fucking thing. Don't give a shit. Potato, potato." This is where Crocodile looks at him and glares at him, saying, "Look here, little brat. You won't be able to escape this prison when the water starts falling." Also, this is where Baby still comes in and, yeah, gives a key and all that. We're trying to get the key. And of course, this is where Crocodile says, "You won't be able to grab the key when it's in the, what's it called, alligators." This is where Luffy looks at Crocodile. Well, kind of just like, well, pretty much Crocodile thinks is Luffy just looking at him, staring at him, getting angry and all that, because he can't really see from the expression of Luffy when you can't really see his eyes or his mask, or I mean his face, because Luffy has a mask for like both his face and his freaking eyes. So Crocodile is saying, whatever. Good luck, princess. This is where, well, water is dripping in, yeah. Of course, where Smoker says, fuck. This is where, well, Crocodile and Robin are leaving until Luffy just says, hey, Scarface, look over here. This is where, well, not Scarface. Crocodile looks and says, oh, if you touch those bars, you'll be weakened. This is where Luffy just breaks them. He just grabs him and just rips him out of the way and throws him into the freaking, well, water. And Luffy just says, hey, Scarface, I'm not weakened to sea stone or water. I'm not a devil fruit user. So you can fuck off with that, because first of all, I'm not weakened. I know your dumbass is weakened to water. So let me find the nearest water and throw you in there and fucking torture you that way. This is where Crocodile, Smoker, and Robin are. Well, Robin is kind of. She already knows that Luffy is not a devil fruit user. Everyone thought that Luffy was a devil fruit user. That's why he's kind of half blindfold and all that. Maybe a side effect from a devil fruit. Yeah, they're kind of shocked that Luffy's not a fucking devil fruit user. This is where Luffy says, whatever. Come here, a fucking Crocodile. I'm about to beat your ass. This is where, well, Crocodile says, oh really? Suna. What's it called? Suna, no mi, spikes. He sends multiple sand spikes at Luffy, and all of them just stops mid-air. Luffy says, you supposed to hit me, aren't you? Luffy kind of just like move his neck to the side and says, aren't you supposed to hit me? He like points himself, and this is where Crocodile goes, huh? Wait, huh? This is where, Smoker goes, what, Luffy is saying, I think you're supposed to hit me, not to stay there mid-air. This is where, what's it called, the Straw Hats, so, not the Straw Hats. So, Luffy is not called the Straw Hats in this version of What If. They're called the Blindfold Pirates because, yeah, or not the Blindfold Pirates, the Ghost Pirates because of his white hair, because, yeah. Of course, this is where, well, Luffy is kind of looking at him, saying, well, not gonna lie, if you're supposed to hit me, hit me. Not stand there and try to threaten me. Crocodile saying, the fuck do you mean I'm threatening you? This is where Luffy already appears right in front of him, and Crocodile was shocked. This is where Luffy transforms his arm into Armorman Hawking and punches, well, not using Conqueror's Hawking, punches what's called Crocodile. Crocodile widened his eyes and realized that his Suna no Mi is not going to work when Luffy is using Hawking. And he is shocked to even see a kid using Hawking. Smoker just says, that's Hawking. Fuck. This kid is not a devil fruit user. He has strange abilities. And he can use Hawking. Okay, that's bullshit. This is where Crocodile goes, he gets in the stomach. This is where he tries to attack Luffy with the hook. And it still doesn't hit Luffy. Luffy saying, again, stop threatening me. Isn't this supposed to be a serious fight? This is where Robin can see Luffy is basically playing with Crocodile. Vivi is also seeing this. Everyone is kind of seeing Luffy just playing with Crocodile. This is where Luffy kind of like pokes the pointy of the the pointy point of the hook and all that. And Luffy just poke. He's not like really poking it with like his finger. Limitless is still kind of like hitting it. So of course the dimensional gap from being poked and all that. So Luffy is just kind of playing and teasing around with Crocodile. He's like poke. You know this thing isn't sharp, Luffy says. This is where Crocodile is getting so annoyed. He's like, what the hell? The hell do you mean it's not sharp enough? I'll show you what sharp enough is. Luffy puts Armorman Hawk into his leg and kicked the shit out of, well, Crocodile in the, what's it called, chin. Launches his ass up through the, well, building. Up in the air. What's up? Luffy appears right in, well, mid-air of him, and this is where Luffy says, "Sup." This is where Luffy sends a red ball at him and just smashes him down to the ground, blasting him straight to the ground. This is where multiple Boruto members are trying to attack Luffy until both, well, Sanji and Zoro appeared and kicking the shit and slicing through the, members. But of course, just slicing through them so easily and just kicking the shit out of them, which is, well, showing that, yeah, Luffy has good crew members. Zoro, who was kind of lost and was not there in the cage, and Sanji was not there because he didn't follow the kind of plan and all that, a little bit. But yeah, he was somewhere else. Of course, this is where, well, Luffy is kind of just beating the shit out of Crocodile, and Crocodile is saying, "Ha ha 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 ha, even if you manage to kill me, stop me, or whatever, what's it called, Alabasta will still fall." Luffy says, "Oh, right, I forgot that shit. I'll stop it. Another way around. Actually, I already know how to stop it. Your plan failed from the beginning. You know why? Because when I showed up, your plan fucked up." This is where Crocodile says, "Oh, what a smart kid you think you are, don't you think?" Luffy put Armor and Hawk into his leg and kicked the shit out of Crocodile in the head, knocking his ass straight to the fucking ground. And of course, he ain't waking up anytime soon. Because Hawking basically, would kind of like, just like, if you're a Devil Fruit user, Logi or whatever, it just says, screw your fucking Devil Fruit using powers and let me just punch the shit out of you with Hawking. Because Hawking is just, yeah. Of course, this is where Luffy says, "Huh, that guy was weak." This is where both Sanji and Zoro say, "That's just because you're strong." Luffy says, "Damn right I'm strong." This is where both Sanji and Zoro should not have stroked Luffy's ego, because Luffy does have an ego. Just like, what's it called? Just like how Gojo has an ego of being strong. He's like, "Yeah, I am strong." This is where, well, both Sanji and Zoro just sighs and just says, "God damn it, not this again." This is where, well, Phoebe is screaming out, "Luffy, are you okay?" She finally, like, she's trying to catch up her breath and all that because she was scared of Luffy fighting against Crocodile. Until when Vivi managed to get to, well, Zoro and Sanji and even Luffy, Vivi managed to see Crocodile on the ground, just like, knock the fuck out. This is where Robin says, this could be a problem. A very big problem, now that I think about it. This kid knocked the fuck out of Crocodile, which is easy to one-shot at him. Huh. She is now, right now, terrified of Luffy. This is where, well, she says, "Screw it, I'm still going to Alabasta. If I can get to the poneglyph, then I can at least read what it says and find out the history." This is where Luffy says, "Oh, you're just here to find out the history of the world. This is interesting." This is where Robin froze. Luffy already disappeared from Vivi and Sanji and even Zoro's viewpoint. This is where, well, Luffy says, "Why didn't you say that so earlier? I mean, I would have never killed you in the beginning. I would have just probably have fun and kind of just throw you into the water and torture you. But other than that, because you're a Devil Fruit user, but other than that, if you're just trying to learn about the history of this world, I guess that doesn't seem too bad for that. And aren't you Nico Robin, the last surviving member of, well, I forgot what Trident or Trident that Robin's from. So I don't really remember what she was at. Oh yeah, she was called Double Child, and so Luffy says, "So, Double Child, very interested to see someone like you here." That's where Robin freezes and is right now horrified that Luffy knows who she is. Luffy says, "But if you're just trying to learn about history and all that, then I wouldn't mind you being on my crew. Besides, it's fun to learn about new things, don't you think?" That's where Robin, she kind of is uncomfortable for Luffy because Luffy is kind of like right next to her and kind of like talking, and of course is where she's kind of scared and shocked and kind of embarrassed because she kind of fell for Luffy's trap half the time, or not even Luffy's trap, just being next to Luffy. He could be uncomfortable sometimes, or sometimes he just doesn't care, and sometimes he will never kind of be near you. But yeah, Luffy is just saying that, well, since I defeated Crocodile, you want to join my crew now? Robin thinks about it and says, sure. Luffy says, good. Luffy pats her on the back and says, good. I needed a 7th member anyway. Well, on that door I would have got Princess Vivi to be on my pirate crew, but she's a princess. So I can't really take her from Akabas unless I want to start a war with royal members. So, yeah. This is where Robin's confused, but yeah. Of course, we go into Luffy and the others kind of go into Akabas. Now, of course, this is where, well, Vivi says, we gotta get to Akabas before what's called a revolution gets there. This is where Crocodile is arrested, and of course, Smoker does arrest him and all that. And this is where Smoker says, now, ghost pirates, you better surrender. Where the hell are they? That's where Smoker looks up and sees Susanoo just taking them away. Flying away. That's where Smoker says, okay, that kid is just broken. What the fuck is he? Crocodile says, you can say that again. Ugh, I fucking hate kids. Great, this next generation is just gonna be a fucking drag. So where, well, we go into a distant world. A world where there's a, well, a pineapple hair looking kid. Right now sleeping until he sneezes and says, someone just said my line. What a drag. Wait, we go back into One Piece. Now, of course, this is where, well, they're kind of flying, and of course, Vivi is shocked to even be flying. Of course, she's actually amazed, and actually does remember all the good times with, what's it called, that one, a person that can transform into a bird. And of course, she is having so many memories, and she really wants to stop this war. So, of course, this is where Luffy is kind of flying, and of course, they still see the bird kind of flying towards him. And this is where the bird kind of passes by the blue-looking Susanoo thing, he sees Vivi, flies next to her, and says, Princess Vivi, you're alive. That's where Vivi says, yeah, we gotta get, what's it called, she says that we gotta try to stop the war between Akabas. This is where he says, but what about Crocodile? That's where Luffy says, taken care of. I beat his ass 6-1 a damn Sunday. Shit was easy. This is where the bird who was confused. This is where Vivi says, no time to explain. I'll explain later. Of course, the bird says, got it. So, of course, they fly towards Akabas, and instead of taking like a couple days there to get there, or not a couple days, a couple of hours and all that, they got there about 30 minutes. This is where Luffy and the others get there, and of course, Luffy is looking around, just seeing that, well, when they landed, of course, he noticed the other Bronze members, the higher up members. That's where Luffy says, guess I'm gonna have to fight them. That's where Luffy disappears from, well, everyone's point of view. And of course, Nami says, Luffy, where are you? That's where Luffy appears right next to all of the Bronze members, the higher ones, even the captain of, the second captain, or not second captain, second rank. And yeah, you get the others, like Mr. 2, Mr. 1, and yeah. Of course, Luffy says, hello there. Would you like to work for me, or would you like to die? This is where all of them says, what about if we just stop you right now? This is where Luffy takes them all down in only 10 seconds. That shit was weak. That shit was so easy for Luffy. Luffy says, so I just kind of hurt you kind of bad. I didn't kill you. So, how about you guys work for me? That's where all of them say, fine. Yeah, okay. This is where all of them kind of just gave up on the fight between Luffy because Luffy is too damn strong. Now, this is where Luffy heard about the war coming in. This is where Luffy, he did kind of go around. He did take off his blindfold, showing his, well, blue eyes, crystallized blue eyes, not in front of the bronze members, but of course, like all the way on top of, well, the clock tower. This is where he noticed that, well, the clock tower had a bomb. This is where he jumped into it, and of course saw two of the members of Bronze, but of course this is where Luffy knocks them the fuck out. This is where Luffy sees the bomb, and sees that it might be dangerous. So what Luffy does is says, "Perfect Susanoo!" This is where he brings up the bomb all the way up in the air, and this is where Luffy says, "Lightning Blade, Kidding." This is where lightning dragon comes out of the air and hits the bomb and explodes. This is where everyone sees the explosion, and of course they see the giant Susanoo just flying up there. This is where all of them say, "Luffy, where the fuck did he went?" And then they see the Susanoo. Oh. Luffy says, "All of you stop or die." This is where all of them, like even the what's called Revolution Army, just kind of stopped. This is where, well, even the guards kind of stopped until one person was about to fire until Zoro came out of nowhere and cut that bomb away. This is where Zoro kind of sliced this man into halves. This is where Luffy says, "Now, bow down to your new king." This is where all of them bow down, and Luffy says, "I'm just kidding, but all you losers really do fell for that." This is where Baby is shocked to see how Luffy is. Well, not shocked that much, but just shocked enough. Of course, this is where, well, with that happening, this is where, well, we go into a time skip. Now, of course, we go into Luffy's POV. He's right now talking to the members of Bronze, but of course, like, members that kind of change. Luffy tells them all that he wants them to kind of work for under him. A business to sell drugs, kind of assist in like assassins or fights, but also, well, sell drugs to like the rich people, not to the poor. Also, he says no slave owning or whatever bullshit. He doesn't like any of that shit. But yeah, of course, is where, well, with that happening, this is where, well, Luffy kind of, well, not Luffy. We go into 30 minutes later, and Luffy is right now in the castle, and of course, he does need to talk to a news reporter, and taking the kind of news and how he defeated Crocodile. Luffy just gave this person like the easiest task, and that is right punch, right left hook, right kick up, right hawking use, and other things like that. That's where the person had to just kind of think of the sentence and how to put all that together, but okay. Of course, is where, well, that happens, and, well, Luffy is kind of asked by the king and what he wants. Well, from like the king and what he wanted. Luffy wanted to kind of let Robin read the pinograph or whatever. So of course, this is where the king allows it. And this is where everyone is asking for one thing and all that, but yeah. Of course, this is where the king then asked what Luffy wanted. This is where Luffy kind of, well, Nami got money, so of course she got riches. Nejiru got also money, but she really didn't care that much about it. Well, Sanji, he got a one-day day to the what's called hot spring to kind of go look at girls, because you know how Sanji is, simping and all that. Zoro just says that he wanted a swordsman to kind of check out swords for a little bit, see if they're still good. And of course, this is where Chopper says medical herbs. And Usopp says to kind of tell everyone about my great story of being a warrior of the sea. Luffy says, well, that's interesting. I never really thought of what I actually wanted. Luffy then says, then I want to. So where before he even gets to say anything, Vivi comes in and says, "Father." That's where, well, the King of Azkaban says, yes, Vivi. I want to, well, have a marriage with Luffy-sama. This is where Luffy says, wait, what? Nami turns very jealous and kind of becomes red a little bit. And Nunchiro goes, huh? Wait, hold up. No, no, no. Nami, don't kill her. This is where Nami was about to kill, well, Vivi. This is where, the king says, but, no, no. This is where Luffy says no also. Until Vivi says, but why not? That's where Luffy says, because you're a princess and I'm a pirate. Well, I'm a captain of a pirate. So that would never work out for us. So yeah. That's where Vivi says, but I thought I was gonna be the 7th member to be on your boat. Luffy says, Vivi, you're a princess. That's where Vivi kind of just like holds him tight and says, no, I want to go with you. No, please don't leave. This is where Luffy says, I want you either to stay or I want to go with you. Luffy says, no, you can't go with us. I'm sorry, Vivi, but you cannot. You're a princess. You don't know much about fighting skills like any of us. And at least Nami knows a couple of things about fighting skills. You, on the other hand, would kind of take a little too long. This is where Vivi kind of saddens and starts crying a little bit until Luffy says, I didn't mean that in a bad way. Until, well, Vivi says, it's fine. She has her heart kind of broken, but yeah. Luffy says, eh. This is where the captain says, I will allow it, Vivi. That's where Vivi says, wait, what? And that's where Luffy says, huh? Did you not hear a single damn thing that I just said? I am a goddamn pirate. The hell do you mean you will allow it? This is where, well, the king says, like I said, I will allow her to marry you. You aren't gonna do anything crazy, are you? And Luffy says, I mean, if becoming the Pirate King is anything but crazy, then I don't know about that. This is where, well, the king says, shit. But you know, since you defeated Crocodile, I'm hoping that you become Pirate King, but sure. This is where we go into a time skip of Luffy kind of being Akabas for a week. Just kind of getting supplies and other things, but yeah. Of course, this is where Luffy and the others are going, well, off the island. Of course, Luffy does have a ring. Well, not a ring that he's wearing right now, but a ring that when he comes back, that, yeah. This is where BB is saying, then bye, Luffy, yeah. Well, other than that, yeah. Of course, this is where Luffy and the others are kind of getting away from Marines, but yeah. This is where I'm going to leave it off for part 5 until part 6. Part 6 will be Skypia, but yeah. And the other arcs, but other than that, goodbye, have a nice potato day, potato night, potato sea, potato. I've been having my eyes closed the whole damn time, so yeah. It feels kind of weird. I feel like I'm becoming Gojo a little bit. No, I'm just kidding. But other than that, bye-bye. Yeah, potato.